Coming up, with flu season back, what does it mean for COVID vaccines? Plus, NAU's international students are returning to Flagstaff as the pandemic starts to wane. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Tori Smith.
And I'm Quanah Arnold. Thanks for tuning in. With so much discussion around vaccines, it can be pretty easy to forget those routine ones like the flu shot. Every year, starting around early fall, people make their way to the doctor's office for their annual influenza vaccine. I spoke with Chief Medical Officer at Flagstaff Medical Center, Derek Fuqua, about things like what is being considered when manufacturing the flu shot each year, and is it even safe to get along with your COVID-19 vaccine?
But for the most part, everybody can get a flu vaccine. Flu vaccines are huge to have because we not only take care of ourselves, we take care of the sick people around us.
For families, children age 6 months and older are permitted to receive the flu shot, and Fuqua says it's important everyone gets it each year.
The flu, like many viruses, but not all, mutates. And so every year there'll be new strands of the flu that we need to protect against, and we'll also need to protect against old strands of the flu as well. And they put all those into the vaccine.
Hospitals across the country are working on overdrive against the coronavirus. A report from the CDC Friday said more than 2,000 people on average were dying from COVID each day, a level the United States hasn't seen since the early days of the pandemic. Fuqua says it's important to know getting your flu shot with your vaccine is safe.
You can get the flu vaccine and also get the COVID vaccine. You don't have to worry about getting one or the other. You don't even really have to separate them in time. You could get them at the same time at the same visit.
Now, the flu shot is available at any local pharmacy, clinic, or doctor's office. So please, guys, help keep yourself and those in that high-risk category safe and get yours today.
The Navajo Nation is reporting 35 more cases, bringing the current case total to approximately 34,000, with the death toll passing 1,400. Despite the increase of cases, there are no additional deaths. New rules put into place by Navajo officials include wearing masks and minimizing travel. Tribal employees who are not vaccinated must get tested every 2 weeks or face punishment. Former Coconino County official Jeffrey Lee is pleading guilty to 3 felony charges surrounding misuse of public money. Lee was convicted of stealing $84,000 from both Navajo and Coconino counties. Detectives say Lee used government money to buy gift cards for personal expenses. The plea agreement calls for probation on 2 of the counts and restitution of more than $80,000. Lee could also face jail time on the 3rd count.
All right, guys, as we saw snow on the peaks this week, perhaps it got you thinking about finding a wintertime companion? How about a new pet?
The Coconino Humane Association has plenty of dogs and cats ready for adoption. NAZ Today's Matt Kienitz is with us in the studio right now to introduce this week's Pet of the Week.
Thanks, Tori. This week we met Pandora, a friendly and loyal pup who loves to give kisses and get belly rubs. And unlike the legend, this Pandora is a real gem. Pandora is a lovable, high-spirited 13-month-old mixed-breed pup who is waiting to find her forever family.
So Pandora is a very sweet dog. She's good with people of all ages. She's good with other dogs, at least from what we've seen. She's very friendly, loves to love.
A gentle, quiet, and adaptable dog, she could be a good fit with many types of families.
I've never heard this dog bark, even when I had her out in public with me. So yeah, she's very sweet. I think she'd do well in a home with another dog, somebody to play with. But she could do well with somebody who's very active as well. So she kind of is a dog that would fit pretty much anybody.
Pandora also loves and gets along with children of all ages.
I've seen from this dog, I think she would do well in a home with small children. She seems to understand that she needs to be gentle with them, so I don't think she'd be aggressive.
While she may be timid at first, she is a dog who loves attention and meeting new people.
Very outgoing, so if you want a dog that loves to love and loves everybody, this is probably the one.
Pandora is also always wanting to see new places and go on fun adventures, hopefully with a new companion.
She definitely likes to explore. She wanted to explore everything when we were out this weekend. Kept trying to pull me into restaurants, so that was fun. I think she'd do well in general with somebody who likes to explore.
If you want a pup who will go everywhere with you while still being the perfect cuddle buddy, Pandora is the one for you. Pandora is available to be adopted today for the price of $215, which covers all needed medical expenses. She is an adorable and sweet pup who can make your home very happy this holiday season. If you believe this dog is right for you, head on down to the Coconino Humane Association. Matt Kienitz, NAZ Today.
Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema says she's been victimized by a group of protesters who followed her into a bathroom at ASU with a camera. Now, Sinema does teach at the university, and these so-called activists are members of a group called Living United for Change, intended to confront Sinema on her opposition to President Biden's $3 trillion spending proposal. In a statement, Sinema said the activists were not engaging in a legitimate protest and that she and her students were treated unfairly.
You can't say Joe Arpaio is a quitter. The former Maricopa County Sheriff is back. This time, he's running for mayor of Fountain Hills. After being crushed by a Democratic challenger in 2016, following 24 years as sheriff, Arpaio finished third in a Republican primary for the U.S. Senate seat in 2018 and second in the GOP primary in 2020, with hopes to win back the sheriff's position. As an 89-year-old man, Arpaio rejects criticism that he should walk away from public life, saying, "It's not in me to retire."
As the pandemic slowly begins to wane, international students are finally returning to the NAU campus. NAZ Today's Nikki Salin has the story.
When the pandemic hit back in 2019, borders started to close down and the international program took a big hit. For many months, it was not possible for students to go on an exchange outside of the US, but that has changed.
They're bringing in different perspectives, they're bringing in different languages, different lifestyles, and it helps NAU students who are from Arizona maybe to learn more about other countries and to be exposed to diversity, but also helping everyone just be part of a global community here on campus.
One of those international students is Minke Hesse from the Netherlands, whose dream of studying abroad finally came true.
Fortunately, my home university gave me the opportunity to study here at NAU because it's one of their partner universities, so I took that opportunity as soon as I heard that was a possibility.
But it is not easy for international students to arrange everything that is needed to study abroad. Documents, COVID-19 regulations, and the language barrier are a few of the challenges.
They overcame some incredible obstacles to make it to NAU this semester, and I know everyone at NAU is just really excited to support them and really happy that they're here.
Over 160 students from over 20 different countries came to NAU this August. Events were organized so that the international students could get involved.
Community feeling, like everything happens here on campus. So you eat, sleep, go to school, recreation, sports, it's all in one place.
Now that vaccines are widely available, the Center for International Education hopes NAU will be able to welcome even more exchange students next semester. Nikki Salin, NAZ Today.
Coming up, getting a vaccine ready for kids 5 to 11 is one of the FDA's top priorities as they prep for a busy month ahead.
Well, would you look at this behind me, guys? We're finally seeing some clear skies after a few days of some severe weather storms. However, you don't want to get too complacent, as later in the week we will see some rainstorms and potential snowfall. Stay tuned after the break for your weather update.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Welcome back, guys. Now, more than 65% of eligible Americans are fully vaccinated. But remember, that's only people 12 and up. Shots for kids under the age of 12 are still in the works. But as Britt Conway reports, getting a vaccine ready for kids 5 to 11 is one of the FDA's top priorities as they prep for a busy month ahead.
New COVID-19 cases are going down in the U.S., but health experts say we can't let our guard down. The FDA isn't.
A very busy month of October. I'm aware of no fewer than 3 meetings coming up this month on the 14th, 15th of October, and then again on the 26th. I believe topics will include potential booster doses for Moderna, potential booster dose for Johnson & Johnson, and then, of course, considering the Pfizer vaccine for 5 to 11-year-old children.
Data Pfizer says it's been collecting for months now.
We don't want to prejudge the data. We have to look at the data. Safety comes first.
But it's a top priority. Children under 18 make up 22% of the population, but the latest figures available show they account for nearly 27% of all new weekly cases.
In this latest wave of COVID-19, particularly down south, there have been thousands of children hospitalized. And frankly, it's an embarrassment in a developed country to have even 100 children like we've had die of an infectious disease that's preventable.
The CDC says COVID-19 has killed far more than 600 children in the country.
How many days it will take, I can't tell you exactly, but I can promise you people will be very busy making sure that this is done very right.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. My support team never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew who I could become as a person. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I understand. I know it's not your typical resume.
Okay, well.
But candidate. But I've been working double shifts just to pay for books. I've been raising my 2 little brothers. I'm determined, driven, motivated. Isn't that what you're looking for?
Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. My name is Hannah Ware, and I'll be your student weather forecaster for tonight. If you guys can see behind me, yesterday we finally got some snow-capped mountains, and that lasted through the night as this picture was taken at 7 a.m. this morning. However, if you were to go out right now, it unfortunately melted. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited to start seeing that snowfall hit those mountains. As we can see for the satellite today, we have some slight southwest winds pushing up into northern Arizona, but nothing too crazy. And this video right behind me, I actually took earlier, and I'm excited to see those leaves finally turning into those fall colors. Red, orange, yellow, all the good stuff. As you can see, the temperature today is 60 degrees, mostly clear skies, 8-mile-per-hour winds. Again, nothing too crazy, but if you are heading out on the town, you're definitely going to bring a light jacket with you. As we can see, for the high and lows today, we have a high of 65 with a low of 38, right around those averages. Our highest was 81 in 1987, and our lowest was 18 in 1912. Pretty drastic differences if you ask me. However, I'm glad to say that we are not in those 80-degree temperatures considering we are in early October. As for precipitation, my goodness, we can see a whopping 0.05 inches of rain, adding to our total of 20.32 inches since January 1st, well above those averages of about 5 inches. Pretty excited to see those intense weather storms hitting us these past few days. As we can see for all around northern Arizona, we can see that 65, Flagstaff has a high of 65, Sedona is a high of 67, and Phoenix, you guys are finally below those 90s at 89 degrees, but don't get too excited as we head into the week. As we can see, our forecast low is 38 degrees, mostly cloudy. And if you're watching this right now, you definitely missed our sunset. But if you're an early bird like me, you can definitely look for the sunrise tomorrow. We also have a new moon phase tonight, but because of those cloudy skies, it is going to be a little hard to see. As we head into tomorrow morning, we do have a high of 65 degrees, partly sunny. And if you're an early bird like I am, like I said earlier, we can see that sunrise at 6:26 a.m. Moving forward, we can see our highs and lows. Sedona, we have a low of 55 with the high of 76. Flagstaff, a low of 41 with the high of 65. And in Phoenix, a low of 63. And we're back into just those 90-degree temperatures at 91 degrees. So sad. As we're heading into the week, we can see on Thursday, we have a high of 65 with the low of 41, partly cloudy skies. Friday, we'll see a little bit of rain and pretty much continues as we go into Sunday. However, on Monday, we're going to have a pretty sunny day with little to no clouds and a high of 59 degrees. However, on Tuesday, we are going to have a drastic change of more rainfall and potential snowfall. So make sure you adjust to those changes and you dress warm for that weather. That's all we have for weather today, but stay tuned after the break for your sports recap with Tyler Murphy.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay? Just go to the site.
I'm Tyler Murphy, and I'm bringing you Flagstaff Sports. The NAU football team is seeming to have a roller coaster ride of a year. The first 2 games of the season, the Lumberjacks had a tough break, losing to a highly regarded Sam Houston Bearcats team that went 10-0 on the season before and won the national championship in the spring as their first game back of the season, and then getting beat down 34-7 by the South Dakota Coyotes, all before miraculously beating the U of A Wildcats in a thriller in Tucson, what sounds like a storyline of a movie, with the lead of true freshman quarterback RJ Martinez, who got his first ever collegiate snaps in the second quarter of the game. Despite all the ups and downs of the year, the Lumberjacks were able to put the noise behind them in their last game against the Idaho State Bengals, dominating them with a score of 48-17 for a sold-out Sky Dome on Family Weekend. Quarterback RJ Martinez, in his third game of his career, threw for an impressive 369 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and his longest came on a 1-play drive for 80 yards where Martinez connected with receiver Coleman Owen. The Lumberjacks on both sides of the ball were having their way, with the defense racking up 4 sacks and 3 interceptions on the game. The Lumberjacks are on their bye week and won't play until the 16th Saturday of October at 1 p.m. versus Southern Utah Thunderbirds, where the Lumberjacks are looking forward to defending their Grand Canyon trophy after beating the Thunderbirds in both matchups last season. Moving along to NAU soccer, the NAU women's soccer team has had nothing short of a disappointing season so far. Starting the season off before Big Sky Conference play, they were 2-7, which was a complete 180 turn from the last season, where the Lumberjacks ended with a record of 2-7-1. There's no lie that the Lumberjacks have had to play some tough competition, but have been falling short in their closer games that they could have been coming out on top. This past weekend falling to the Idaho Vandals 3-1, but picking themselves back up on Sunday to beat the Eastern Washington Eagles 1-0, with that goal coming in the 70th minute by forward Victoria Pucci, who was substituted in the second half. After the road trip, the Lumberjacks are currently 3-10, and the best record that they can obtain is, if they win out, is 8-10. This certainly was not the type of year that was being expected by the Lumberjacks as they try and salvage what's left of their season. I got the inside scoop on the Meyer boys and the Flagstaff High Eagles. Check it out. In the ever-expanding and growing town of Flagstaff, through the Flagstaff High School Eagles football team, one thing making the town seem smaller is the history of football in the community. Quarterback Bodie Meyer, more than leading his team to a 4-1 start, he alongside his brothers are making history and following in family tradition.
I think there's a lot of tradition there because one thing Overhart told me, this is the first time ever in our Eagle history that we've had 3 siblings play on the same team before.
The 3 brothers aren't the only Meyer boys that played for the Eagles. Their dad did too in high school. When asked if there was any family rivalry between the teams, Brock and Bodie had this to say.
We don't usually talk smack to each other that much. My dad, his senior year, he actually got injured while he was playing, so he doesn't have the kind of senior year as to compare to, I guess. Mess around a little bit about that. I think he had a lot of really good guys, but we also got a couple on ours too, so we can kind of go back and forth on that.
It's something to talk about. We all know, and when it's football season, we all are coming together and we get along better.
Family, history, and tradition connected through football. Tyler Murphy, NAZ Today. That's all for Flagstaff Sports. Now we head into our weekend recap with weather recap with Hannah Ware.
Is your family in need of more quality time together?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Nature is best enjoyed together. So bring the whole family to discover all the bonding and stress-reducing benefits parks and forests have to offer. Visit discovertheforest.org and trade in phone time for family time.
Birds, squirrels, chipmunks, grass, worms, bugs, trees, rocks, and other objects in nature cannot talk. If you'd like to have a conversation while visiting nature, you will need to bring humans along. We strongly recommend starting with your family.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham-bam minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
If you're looking for an incredible experience, meet a shelter pet and adopt. They make super pets who will enrich your life and steal your heart. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. Let's recap that weather one more time for the week. On Thursday, we are going to see a high of 65 with the low 41. Cloudy skies pretty much going to continue all the way till Monday. But don't forget on Tuesday that we're going to see some rainfall and potential snowfall. So make sure you prepare for that. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Hannah. I know that I'm personally super excited for that winter weather, but fall is here, and with everyone getting ready for Halloween and Thanksgiving holidays, Flagstaff is more than ready with new fun fall-time events.
Exactly. Does anyone need a pumpkin to carve this fall?
Oh, Kwana, you know that I do.
Go ahead and stop by Allen's Pumpkin Patch, Historic Hitchin Stables, or Viola's Pumpkin Patch to get your own pumpkin to decorate this holiday season. Some other fun fall time activities going on locally is going to see a classic Halloween movie. The Orpheum Theater in downtown Flagstaff is showing old classics such as Beetlejuice, Rocky Horror, and Hocus Pocus. From pumpkin patches to movie showings, Flagstaff has plenty of fall events for families and friends of all ages.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Are you looking forward to that?
I am so excited and I can't wait.
That is all we have for today, but make sure to tune in tomorrow on our YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for some weather updates, and tune in next week on Tuesday for our live show. That is all we have. Have a good night.